Ian Liberto. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Oh my God, he's so handsome. You're now currently in Promises, Promises. How's that experience for you?
It's fantastic. It is my first Broadway show. I did a Broadway tour, but this is my first show here in New York, and I have to say the cast is fantastic. Everybody has been so welcoming, and the atmosphere backstage is fantastic. Everyone is so nice. So it's been a really awesome first experience for Broadway.
That's awesome. It's your debut. Is that exciting? How long is it taking you to get there?
Um, i you know, since I was little and dancing in my bedroom with the shades pulled and using the window as a mirror. It's been a long journey, and it's been one that I've been really wanting for a really long time. And to have it with such a fantastic company and a fantastic show, and to have my mom be able to come out and see it, it was a really fantastic experience.
And how is it working with Sean Hayes? How is he?
He is a sweetie pie. He really is. I've always admired him since I was little. Um, I used to sit at home and watch Will and Grace, and it was, being young and gay, it was important having a role model, on TV. And he's so nice. He doesn't have any snobby qualities. He's not, a diva or anything. He'll stop and say hi to you and have a conversation with you on his way to his next entrance, and he jokes around backstage. He's really awesome.
That's great. Anything quirky about him? Does he do anything religiously before a show?
He does nothing religiously. He's always surprising, actually. He tends to give a little dance before the show. We're both from Chicago, and we have some mutual friends, actually. And he grew up, in the sort of music theater world in Chicago before he started doing TV. And every once in a while, he'll do a little tap dance for us. He'll do some pirouettes or something just to make us laugh before the show starts.
Oh, that's awesome. And how is Kristen to work with?
She's also very nice, very sweet. You don't realize when you get up to her, but she's literally a little peanut. But she's so sweet. They're both so sweet and, so great to work with. Nobody pulls any diva fits. It's just really fun to be at work.
That's awesome. And you know what? I've seen the show, and you know what's nice about this show is it's a really big Broadway show. There's great sets. It's a big musical, and I love it. And if you haven't seen Promises, Promises, make sure you go see it. And where is that playing?
It's playing at the Broadway Theater through January 2nd.
Okay, definitely go see that. So tell us a little bit something about you. Like, what's a little quirky about you?
Quirky? Oh, I have a lot of quirks. I grew up not in music theater. I grew up as a competition swimmer and a competitive bass player, contrabass, actually, strangely enough. And I fell into music theater when I saw the national tour of Chicago come through Chicago, and I fell in love with Bob Fosse. But it was something I came to sort of later, and I had always been on this path to be sort of an athlete, kind of, or the music world or something like that. But as far as quirks go, I don't know. I like to cook a lot. I cook all the time. My husband, I'm married to my husband a little over a year now, Casey Graham. He bakes, and so we throw parties in Washington Heights, which, generally speaking, nobody wants to come up to Washington Heights, especially from downtown. But we throw parties, and people come just for the food, really. And it's something that we really enjoy. It's more than a hobby. I think that we probably want to go into something a little bit more professionally.
Right, you told me that you were thinking of opening a bakery with your husband. Tell us about that.
Yes, he's a music director right now, but he has plans to go to pastry school. And we are going to open up a cupcake shop here in the city that sells dessert wines and sweet beers, and has a little coffee bar and a fireplace, nice sofas. A destination bakery, we want to call it. So
I guess it'll be the best cream puffs you've ever had, right? Puffs, got it. You were kind of a newlywed. When did you get married?
We were married last July. He went off on tour one way, and I went off to Arizona to do another show, and we kept in touch via MySpace, actually. That was a different era, MySpace. And
what? I'm only kidding.
And we kind of fell in love just through laying in the hallway and talking on the phone at night. And when we first sort of were in the same place at the same time, it just became very apparent that that he was the one, and that I wasn't going to date anybody else again, and he was the one for me.
Wow, that's love. I mean, hopefully that happens to everyone out there. You find the perfect person. I'm so happy for you, and not bad to look at, neither of them, actually, if you ask me. When you decided to get married and everything, did you guys get tested together?
Yeah, yeah, we did. Well, we had gotten tested together before we had gotten married. When we decided that we were going to become a monogamous couple and that we were, going to see each other exclusively, we went together and got tested together. So.
And that's really important, don't you think, for everyone out there, that you really need to get tested together if you're a couple and you want to, make sure that you're both safe for each other's sake?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, trust is a big issue, and I think that in order for the relationship to work, you have to trust each other, and I think that's a good sign of that going together.
So tell us a little bit about what your favorite role is that you've ever done.
Gosh, my favorite role. Probably the MC in Cabaret was my favorite role that I ever did. Partly because when I first started music theater, it was because of the dramatic sexiness of Bob Fosse that I was attracted to. And, I went and I rented all the Bob Fosse movies that I could find. And, I started teaching myself the dance moves that I would see in the movies and stuff. And Cabaret was one of the first shows that I became acquainted with. And I had an opportunity to actually do the MC with a good friend of mine. And I helped choreograph the show. And it was a really fantastic experience. I'm famous for a dip that I make, a black bean and corn avocado guacamole dip, and everybody loves it. Wherever I work, it becomes the thing. Everybody wants me to make it all the time. But the secret is, it's not my recipe.
Heaven forbid. Well, I'm just known for being a dip, or so I've been told anyway. So, yeah, it's all a lie. I deny it 100%. Okay, Ian, now we're going to come to my favorite part of the interview, which is the either or. You ready? Just say whatever comes to your mind right away, okay? Rachel Ray or Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart.
Looks or personality?
Personality.
Comedy or drama?
Drama.
Beer or cocktail?
Beer.
Fire Island or South Beach?
Fire Island.
Brittany or Lindsay Lohan?
Brittany.
Betty Buckley or Patti LuPone?
Patti LuPone.
Boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
Ballet or jazz?
Ballet.
Madonna or Gaga?
Madonna. But the old Madonna.
Rough or romantic in bed?
Romantic.
Meat or fish?
Meat.
Wendy Williams or The View?
The View.
Chelsea Hell's Kitchen?
Chelsea.
Bling or no bling?
No bling for me.
Jeans or khaki?
Jeans.
Home in bed or out for a night with your boyfriend?
Both.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Modern or classical architecture?
Classical.
Top Chef or Hell's Kitchen?
Top Chef.
Naked or pajamas in bed?
Naked.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. And no one should be more naked than you. He's so adorable. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining us, Ian. You're a truly fantastic guy, very talented. He also does a lot for charity. You're going to be with Promises doing the Broadway Bears collection.
Indeed. And also for the Gypsy Robe, we're collecting money for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS.
Awesome. They're one of our partners. So if you know anyone who's been newly diagnosed or living with HIV, please tell them about Gaylifenyc.org. We're so glad to have you, Ian, as our Broadway hottie for October, my favorite holiday month because it is Halloween. And I did buy my costume at the Broadway Bears table at the flea market. So watch for me. It's going to be awesome, this costume this year. So thanks again. What are you going to be for Halloween? Have you thought about it yet?
I haven't, but I'm partial to sailors, so I might be a sailor.
Okay, make sure that's a midriff when you put that costume together, okay? Thank you so much for being our Broadway hottie and supporting our cause to help people with HIV.
It was my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. Hi, this is Ian Liberto. I'm happy to be your Broadway Hero of the Month for October for Gaylifenyc.org. Wishing you happy autumn. Remember to be safe and be true to yourself, and happy Halloween.